Hey, there we go. We're working.
So back again, another Monday that seems to have come out really quickly.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I'm Lisa from Optimum Health.
I'm Dave, Custom Fitness.
Are you sure?
Just about.
So today we're going to talk to you about something that, I get asked it a lot. I'm guessing you do as well, Dave.
To be fair, it'd be even worse than that. A long time ago, I was someone who was one of those people.
What, that said you could do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. So we all learned,
Back in
don't
the
we?
day.
Back in the day. So what we're talking about is whether you can spot reduce certain areas of your body. So we all have parts of our body that we like less than other parts that we tend to zoom our focus into when we look in the mirror. And people want to know, can they reduce specific areas either through diet or exercise?
Or the magic pill.
Or, we won't go into those today. But can you spot reduce certain areas of your body? And the simple answer to that question is
No, you can't. No, hello Sam. I know, because I was, a long time ago, one of them. There are courses around, still knock around, that one of their main marketing points is that you can get people to spot lose fat by doing X, Y, and Z, particularly by taking X, Y, and Z supplements. And basically, it was about taking a lot of supplements.
Was it?
Yeah.
So what we're talking about really is when people want to specifically lose weight or fat, say, off their hips, thighs, belly,
Arms.
Yeah. Well, the hips, thighs, and belly are probably the main areas that women want to look to lose weight from. So if we can't spot reduce in those areas, is it worth even trying? Are there other things that we can do? And there are, aren't there?
Yeah. Yeah, in a nutshell, there's two things you can do. The first, if you want to lose body fat, like we've said before, calorie deficit. Okay, if you're not in a calorie deficit, you won't lose body fat. And if someone says contrary to that, then
Ask them how.
yeah, challenge them in a polite way. Okay, if you think about it, if I need 2,500 calories every day to maintain how I am now, it doesn't matter how good quality the food is. If I'm like someone prepare it, I'm completely relaxed and chilled out, I chew my food appropriately. But if my total calorie consumption is 3,000 calories, I will put on mass. Okay, and that's called the law of thermodynamics, which is a fundamental law, physics law, like gravity, things like that. Okay. The second thing you can do, if you want to change how you look, your aesthetic appearance, then if you lift some weight, however you do that, you can tone up or put on lean mass, and that will change your physique.
Yeah, so whilst you can't spot reduce fat from a particular area, you can increase muscle mass in particular areas by focusing your training. So be it sort of law of specificity, work into what you want to change, using exercises, appropriate training techniques and resistance for what you want to achieve to build shape, tone, if you want to call that, into particular areas of your body.
Yeah, changing posture as well is another one.
Yeah.
If I sit like this, I look like Quasimodo. If I sit like this, I look a lot different and I feel a lot different as well. So
from the training perspective, people who particularly train, so say we stick with hips and thighs and legs for a minute. So people that come and train sort of at Custom Fitness or anywhere like that, how can they change the shape?
There's two things. I suppose there's a number of things actually. There's hello Stella. There's getting the mobility of the joints. If you don't have the mobility, it's very hard to exercise the muscles that work around that specific joint. Hello, Lindsay. So you're not going to actually get them to adapt if you're not working them because the joint doesn't have the mobility. And then it's also about working the muscles you're trying to activate, or trying to tone or to increase the lean mass of a muscle. Then it's about actually working that muscle. So let's think of an example to make that easier. Bicep curl. Okay, and you see the blokes swing their back. All right, they're not actually working their bicep that much. Whereas if you nail your technique, get an appropriate load, use the appropriate rep scale, sets, rests, tempos, etc. All the things that we as coaches study about, learn, etc., then you can adapt, increase your tone, change muscle.
Yeah.
Mass, shape, blah, blah,
So
blah.
with your calorie deficit and then the specifics of training, you can start to change that shape. Now, the other big area that ladies in particular ask me about changing is their belly. And people might think from what we've just said that doing loads of sit-ups, crunches, those sorts of things is then going to change the appearance of their belly, which it may help if you're managing the pressure within your abdomen well, and you're maintaining that calorie deficit. But you've touched on one of them. There are other really simple ways to change the appearance of your belly. So your alignment is a big one. So if you stand or sit slouched, it does make your belly push out, and incidentally that increases pressure down into your pelvic floor as well. But if you're just not going to the toilet regularly, so if you get constipated often, or your bowel movements are sort of, your definition of regular is every 3 or 4 days, then you are literally carrying crap around with you.
You're full of it.
And that will change. That will make your lower abdomen really quite distended. So again, your nutrition plays a big part in that, but sort of movement can help with your movements.
Brilliant.
But just keeping moving just helps things to kind of move through your digestive tract as well. And so alignment, your calorie deficit, making sure that your digestive system is working well, so you're going to the toilet regularly, and then appropriate exercises so that you can maintain pressure within your abdomen, rather than any exercises that tend to cause you to blow out into your belly or down into your pelvic floor. Particularly relevant if you've had a baby in the last year, or a hysterectomy, or any other abdominal surgery. That's really important to be able to manage that pressure between your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, and everything that's in between as well, which is kind of what I focus on.
A quick answer from you as well, because I know you could probably go on for hours on this, but what about women and their cycle? Can that affect?
It can.
That's the quick answer.
That's the quick answer. It can affect your water retention.
Yeah.
So again, watching what you're eating, just tracking your cycle as well, so you understand how it changes over the cycle. And it sounds counterintuitive, but making sure that you're drinking enough. So sometimes increasing your fluid intake can reduce your water retention, particularly in that run up to your period. So they are really simple things. Just sitting or standing a bit taller, you can change how you look in the next 5 seconds. So paying attention to what you eat in terms of the quality of the nutrients, but particularly how much you eat, and then applying coaching principles that protect your body all the way through, inside and out, but help you to build muscles in the area that you want.
And I think you touched a bit just there where you said like inside to out. So a lot of people, the comments that we get is there's a lot of muscles in the body that you'll never see ever. Not unless you were like peeled apart like a cadaver.
I don't think
okay.
I don't think you do either.
No, but these muscles are like really important. When you were talking about the middle region, people go, I want a flat tummy, or I want like a 6-pack, which is all sort of focusing more, people's understanding is more about the the external muscles that you would sort of see the definition.
The superficial layers.
Yeah, when your body fat is low. However, there's a lot of muscles you won't see that still have a huge role to play. Like I said, you'll never see, but they are massively important.
Yeah, and so certainly with my core training approach, I start with those base layers that you'll never see to give you that foundation and link to how it feels, so you know when you're engaging them. Yeah,
because quite often these are the ones that will stop you from or reduce massively your risk of back pain, getting injured,
prolapse,
because you're lifting like a dickhead. Okay, we see it a lot in the past when I've worked at commercial gyms. You know, and it's not exclusive to men, as some stereotypical. You know, women, to be fair, for different reasons. You know, there's a lot of people who don't lift well, and then, oh no, I'm fine, I know what I'm doing. Bang, they're injured.
Well, I think that's a really good point for women. You know, they can look as if they've got great form, but if actually they're not managing that pressure within their abdomen and it's causing pressure down into the pelvic floor, then that can cause stress incontinence, prolapse and other pelvic floor issues, which you might not see but make a massive difference to your confidence and how you feel generally on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. So there we go, people. You can't spot lose body fat. Is that a horseshit? Anyone who says, you know, I'm not giving them any of my money, put it that way.
But I'd like to know how.
Yeah. If they put the magic key.
But there are some specific tips in here that you can apply and try. And if you've got any questions or you'd like to talk to us about our own approaches, then drop a comment below.
Or
Yeah.
message. There's that send message.
Yeah.
Send me a message.
Or me through each of our pages.
And we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
There we
Have
go.
a great day. Enjoy the sunshine.
Hell yeah. Right, laters.